Believe it or not, corporate crime cost the US economy more than $600 billion annually, nearly 3 times the amount lost to all street crime combined. This staggering figure brings to light the shocking reality of corporate crime. Its financial implications are vast, often overshadowing the economic footprint of more conventional crimes. In this video, we will delve into the murky world of corporate malfeasance, revealing the faces behind 5 modern corporate criminals. It's time to meet the villains of the corporate world. Here first on our list is Elizabeth Holmes, once lauded as the youngest self-made female billionaire, who fell from grace when her health technology company, Theranos, was exposed as a fraud. Holmes burst onto the scene with the promise of revolutionizing the medical industry. Her company Theranos claimed to have invented a device that could run a myriad of tests using just a few drops of blood. This innovation promised to make blood testing cheaper and more accessible to all. However, beneath the surface, things were not as they seemed. The technology was flawed, the test results inaccurate. When the truth came to light, the fallout was monumental. Holmes was charged with multiple counts of fraud, and her billion-dollar empire crumbled. The trial that followed was a media circus, with Holmes facing up to 20 years in prison. Holmes' story serves as a stark reminder of how easy it is to be deceived by a compelling vision and charismatic leadership. Next is Martin Shkreli, the infamous pharma bro, who sparked outrage when he drastically increased the price of a life-saving drug. Shkreli, in an audacious move, hiked the price of the anti-parasitic drug Daraprim from $13.50 a pill to a whopping $750 overnight. This drastic increase didn't sit well with the public or the medical community, leading to widespread criticism and scrutiny. But his troubles didn't stop there. Shkreli was later convicted for securities fraud related to his time as a hedge fund manager and his tenure at Retrofin, a pharmaceutical company he founded. His actions sent shockwaves through the pharmaceutical industry, causing many to question the ethics and transparency of drug pricing. The impact on patients was significant, with many unable to afford the life-saving treatment. Shkreli's actions underscore the need for ethical conduct and transparency in the pharmaceutical industry. Our third corporate criminal is Richard Scrushy, the founder of HealthSouth, who was involved in one of the largest corporate accounting scandals in US history. Scrushy built HealthSouth into a powerhouse in the healthcare industry. But behind this success lay a darker reality. The company was inflating its earnings to meet Wall Street expectations, creating an illusion of consistent profitability. When the dust settled, it was revealed that HealthSouth had falsely reported earnings of nearly $3 billion over several years. Scrushy was subsequently put on trial for his role in the scandal. Despite being acquitted of the most serious charges, his reputation was tarnished, and his business empire crumbled. In the aftermath, reforms were put in place to strengthen corporate governance and prevent similar scandals. These reforms have had a lasting impact on corporate finance, shaping the way businesses operate to this day. Scrushy's scandal has left an indelible mark on the world of corporate finance. Finally, we have 2 men who ran the largest Ponzi schemes in history, Bernard Madoff and Alan Stanford. Bernard Madoff, once a respected financier, orchestrated a Ponzi scheme that swindled investors out of an estimated $65 billion. His operation promised high returns with little to no risk, attracting thousands of investors, including charities and celebrities. However, behind the scenes, Madoff wasn't investing their money at all. Instead, he was using new investments to pay off older ones, creating a house of cards that would inevitably collapse. Across the sea, we find Alan Stanford, a Texas billionaire who defrauded investors out of $7 billion. Stanford sold certificates of deposit from his offshore bank in Antigua, promising higher returns than usual. But instead of investing the money as promised, he used it to finance a lavish lifestyle and a variety of personal businesses. Both these men created illusions of prosperity, causing immeasurable harm to their victims. When their schemes collapsed, thousands of people lost their life savings. These were not victimless crimes. Families were ruined, retirements were lost, and the trust in the financial system was severely damaged. In the end, both Madoff and Stanford were convicted and sentenced to lengthy prison terms. Madoff received a sentence of 150 years, while Stanford got 110. Madoff and Stanford's cases show the devastating effects of Ponzi schemes and the importance of financial vigilance. These 5 individuals serve as stark examples of the harm that corporate crime can cause. Elizabeth Holmes, Martin Shkreli, Richard Scrushy, Bernard Madoff, and Alan Stanford. Each one, in their own way, has shown how devastating unethical conduct can be. Their actions have not only harmed individual lives, but they've also shaken the very foundation of trust in the corporate world. This underscores the crucial importance of ethical conduct in business. Remember, in the corporate world, as in life, honesty and integrity are not just virtues, they are necessities.